Welcome to Pratham Science Academy classes. For next question, it says what percentage of kinetic energy of a moving particle is transferred to a stationary particle when moving particle strikes with a stationary particle of mass 19 times its mass. So let's say this is body A with mass m1 and initial velocity is u1. It strikes with the stationary particle and its mass is 19 times the mass of the first body, and this is stationary, so its velocity is zero. Okay, they collide, and after collision, let v1 be the final velocity of the first body, and v2 be the final velocity of the second body. Their mass remains conserved, so this is m1, and here m2 is 19 times m1. So let's get our first set of equation. So to find the percentage of kinetic energy transferred from this to the second body, we have to find V2. So we have to find V2 in terms of U1. So let's try to find V2. And okay, so it's not given what type of collision it is. So we are going to assume that it's a perfectly elastic collision. And we know that for perfectly elastic collision, coefficient of restitution is equal to 1. And that means the velocity of separation is equal to velocity of approach. Now the velocity of separation is given by v2 minus v1 is equal to u1 minus u2, and u2 is 0, so this equation reduces to v2 minus v1 is equal to 0. Let this be our first set of equation. And to get the second set of equation, to get v2 in terms of u1, we are going to use the law of conservation of momentum. So according to the law of conservation of momentum, so this gives us that the initial momentum of the system, that is m1 u1 is equal to m2 u2, should be equal to m1 v1 plus m2 v2. Now u2 is 0, so on the left hand side you are left with m1 u1. This is m1 v1. Now m2 is 19 times the mass of the first body, so this is 19 times m1 into v2. Here m1 is common, so this is m1 is common, v1 plus 19 v2, m1 m1 gets cancelled, and our equation, this I can write it, this is 19 v2 plus v1 is equal to u1. This is the second set of equation. So I'm going to add these two equations. So adding 1 plus 2 gives, so v2 minus v1 is equal to 0. This is 19 v2 plus v1 is equal to u1. This is not 0, this is actually u1. This is u1. Okay, this is also u1. So this gets cancelled. 9 v2 plus 19 v2 is 20 v2 is equal to 2 u1. So this is 10, and v2 is u1 by 10. Okay, we have got v2 in terms, and now the percentage of kinetic energy transfer is equal to the kinetic energy of the stationary body, that is the final kinetic energy of the second body, and the initial kinetic energy of the first body, and for percentage multiplied with 100. So half and half gets cancelled. m2 is 19 times, so this is 19 times m1 v2 is u1 by 10 the whole square upon m1 u1 square into 100. M1 m1 gets cancelled, and this is 19 into u1 square upon 100 upon u1 square into 100. So that means 19% of the energy is transferred to the second body. Okay, for second part, we have to make some minor changes. Now the mass is equal. So that means now the M2 is equal to M1. So M2 is equal to M1, and our velocity of separation remains same. So that is the first equation remains same for perfectly elastic equation. It remains same in all the cases. And here now it's M1 and it's V1 plus V2. So this is V2 plus V1 is equal to U1. This is V2, and this is now 2 times V2 gets cancelled. So V2 is equal to V1. And here it's M1. This is just U1 square. So U1 square gets cancelled. And in the second case, the 100% of the kinetic energy is transferred to the second body. Okay, for the third one, and now the mass is 1 by 9. So the mass is 1 by 9. This is 9. This is 9. And this is now M1 by 9. And this is V2 by 9. This is V2 by 9. This is now V2 by 9. And adding these equations gives us 10. V2 by 9 is equal to 2 times U1. So 3 5 is 10. V2 is equal to 9 by 5 times the initial velocity of the first body. And here we are going to replace the value of V2 square. So this is half and half gets cancelled. M2 is 1 by 9 of the first body. V2 is 9 by 5 times U1 square upon M1 into U1 square into 100. M1 gets cancelled. So this is 1 by 9 into 9 square is 81. Okay, this is 81, and 5 square is 25 U1 square upon U1 square into 100 U1 square. We can strike them all. 9 9 that is 81, 25, 4 that is 0. And the kinetic energy transferred in this case is 36%. Okay, so the first case it was 19%, second case it was 19%, it was 100%, and 33 is 36%. Thank you for watching.